Hello there. Let's take a look at what's happening in Europe. A bit of a north-south divide with the feel of the weather at the moment. Most of the unsettled and slightly fresher weather is across northern Europe. So that's displaced that extreme heat that we had this time last week in Scandinavia. It's also bringing some outbreaks of showery rain. But the heat is through the Mediterranean, particularly the eastern Mediterranean, with the heat building across Portugal and Spain into the weekend. So, as you can see quite clearly, high 30s across parts of Turkey and mainland Greece as well. So lots of hot, dry and sunny weather expected here. That extends up into the Balkans, across parts of Central Europe through the Czech Republic into Poland. But then we're into that cooler, cloudy, showery weather. And here temperatures a good 10 degrees down on when they were a few days ago. So that north-south divide is set to continue as we move through Thursday. There'll be outbreaks of sharper showers moving their way through Central Europe. The cooler yellows and greens up into the north. We've still got that heat, though, through the Mediterranean. Let's take a look at the city forecast for the next 5 days. It will dry up and be largely quiet, with some heat perhaps building next week into London and Paris. Madrid and Rome stay dry and sunny. We keep a cooler, showery regime in Stockholm, but it does look as though that heat stays in Athens. Hello there. The strong winds across the Sahara easing in comparison to a week ago, but we've got the potential for some extreme heat to develop through the interior of Algeria. To the south of that, you can see the shower clouds. They're drifting their way from east to west. The heaviest of the rain just recently has been through the Gulf of Guinea, and that's been affecting Nigeria, where there's been localised flooding all the way out to Sierra Leone along that west coast as well. Now, to the south of that, it's a little bit quieter than it has been. Pleasant enough across Cape Town, with 21 degrees expected by the middle of Wednesday afternoon. Here's our city forecast then. It stays dry and settled into South Africa through the next few days. Lots of sunshine expected as well into Johannesburg. Now, to the north in those cities, it does look likely that we'll continue to see that heat very much a feature across Algiers, and also the heat building into Casablanca. Now let's take a look at the Middle East. A few scattered showers up into the north, not really amounting to too much. Localised shamal potentially over the next couple of days, but at this time of year, it's all about that oppressive heat that builds. We are looking at temperatures widely into the mid-40s, potentially higher as well. So that's the story. Not much in the way of fair weather cloud around either. It's blue sky and sunshine all the way. So no surprises to see that's exactly what we've got in the city forecast over the next 5 days. That's it. Take care. Hello there. A north-south divide with the feel of the weather across South America at the moment. It's still pretty cold across southern Chile and Argentina, and there has been some rain and snow. A little bit quieter in terms of the weather, but that cold air is going to be sitting down to the south, and it still stays windy with it. In fact, you can see that quite clearly, but the heaviest rain is likely to be across northern Argentina into Brazil and Paraguay. Now, to the north of that, we've got some sharp showers across Venezuela and into Colombia. Fine and settled further east, you can just start to see that heavy rain pushing into southern Brazil and affecting Paraguay and Uruguay as well. We'll see some rain into northern Argentina too. But the cool air, well, that's sitting further south, and that is going to continue for the next 5 days at least. In fact, Rio de Janeiro will see some heavy rain from Friday, but you can see there's no rush for those temperatures to improve at all. Now, let's take a look at what's happening across Mexico and Central America. A few scattered showers across Mexico, some activity through the East Pacific, but any storms not expected to interact with land at the moment. A scattering of isolated showers across the Caribbean and down into Costa Rica and Panama. We're seeing some heavier rainfall here as well. So the city forecasts show Kingston, Jamaica seeing some lovely weather for this time of year as those showers stay away. Hello there. Heavy rain is having quite an impact across Asia at the moment. Let's start off with the satellite picture, and you can see the shower cloud across Malaysia and Indonesia, but the localised front for this time of year still an issue across central China, and that's tied into an area of low pressure moved out of the Korean Peninsula, which brought some heavy rain Monday into Tuesday and some significant rain. Over 7 inches of rain, 170 millimetres of rainfall has fallen in parts of southern Japan. Still some heavy rain to come, and it stays unsettled for the next few days. Still, the Mayu front could cause some issues with more heavy rainfall across central China. We're also seeing some wet weather into Vietnam and some fairly significant rain across parts of Malaysia and Indonesia as well. So Tokyo, not much of respite over the next few days. Plenty of sharp, thundery and at times heavy downpours. As for Australia, it's all about this area of low pressure that's moving its way through the bight. It's bringing strong to gale force gusts of winds at times that will gradually bring some rain into the southeast and will bring a change to the feel of the weather as well. You can see those temperatures a little disappointing. Brief lull in proceedings on Wednesday across New Zealand, but it's going to stay pretty unsettled as we head into the weekend. And in fact, some of the rain really quite heavy. Now you can see that in the 5-day city forecast for Wellington. That's it. Take care. Hello there. Monsoon rains in South Asia pretty much arrived when they should do, but they've got quite a pace on, and in fact they're a couple of weeks ahead of schedule, just starting to push in to Pakistan now. The latest satellite picture shows the amount of shower cloud around. Some heavy rain with amber weather warnings remain in force. As you can see quite clearly, they're likely to be across that west coast through Maharashtra down towards Kerala and also up into northeastern states. And here we'll see further heavy rainfall over the next few days. I'll come back to that in just a moment. Moving towards Central Asia, it's a little quieter, a good deal of sunshine around, a scattering of showers, as you can see quite clearly through Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and Turkmenistan as well. It does look as though we will see a dry, sunny, hot weather continuing across northern Pakistan, but here's that rain. So heavy across Maharashtra down towards that Kerala coastline, also across the islands of the Maldives. A few scattered showers as well into Sri Lanka. Some sharp showers across northeastern states. We'll see further outbreaks of heavy rain across parts of Bangladesh and Myanmar. So the next 5 days will stay pretty unsettled. Relentless rain expected through Mumbai. Let's take a look further north though. No surprises here to see it will stay dry and settled. In fact, for Tashkent, we'll still see those temperatures into the mid-30s. Hello there. There's a real temperature contrast across North America at the moment, with an area of low pressure moving its way out of the Rockies, the wind circulating in an anti-clockwise direction. So behind this weather front, it's cooler. To the south and east of that weather front, we're dragging out some very warm, moist air through the Gulf of Mexico. That is bringing some extreme heat. It's also triggering off some sharp and thundery downpours. So we could see temperatures into the mid to high 90s over the next few days. By contrast, noticeably cooler into the northwest. And yes, there will continue to be some showers across parts of Vancouver, as you can see quite clearly, with temperatures into the mid-60s. Not looking too bad in Portland, Oregon. Dry and settled into California as well. There's going to be a lot of dry weather, but the temperatures a little subdued on where they can be for this time of year. So this is the city forecast then for the next couple of days. You can see low 20s. By contrast, the desert southwest is still extreme, and the fire risk here is still at critical. Got some heavy rain moving its way across eastern Canada. Behind it, somewhat brighter conditions for a time through New York and Washington. Some sharp, thundery downpours, though, across parts of Tennessee, Georgia, down into the Carolinas as well. But we've got that extreme heat in that southeast corner. So look at the temperatures in Oklahoma City, close to record breaking. We'll need to keep an eye on that. Thundery showers easing in New York.